So let's get this party started. And I guess, yeah, this is my first Monday night Zoom in the new house. Super excited about that, you guys. Wish I could give y'all a big tour right now, but I'm going to have to hold off. So getting people in here. I don't know what's going on. But you guys, I made this titled to, what is Jamie Bostic laughing so hard about?
Did you not see
Can you not see the kid in the underwear?
Just now?
That's too funny.
It's on there right now.
Oh, Boston. I'm like looking for you. I've only got
Sorry.
my on my phone, not my computer, so I can't see everybody. So if somebody could take a pic before this is all over with. Okay. I wish there was a place to hit just like admit all, anybody wanting to come in, admit them. Okay. So getting started, you guys, I had titled this tonight is To Never Waste a Crisis. And you guys, if I have heard my husband say this one time, I've heard him say it 2 million times, but he's constantly telling me, he's like, never waste a good crisis. Do not waste a crisis. He's like, there are people that are going to leave this crisis where everybody else was like, it was a hard time, we were struggling. And there are going to be people that say, my business blew up. We got completely rich. We changed our lives. We, like things completely changed for my family during the 2020 COVID thing. Everybody was at home being laid off, and I was able to tell more people about my business than possible. So you guys, I want you to think about that. Not that this crisis, you know, it's sad and it's crazy and all the things, but honestly, you are afforded an opportunity that is in your lap that will allow you to work from home. And not only is it allowing you to work from home, but it is allowing you to thrive from home. You're already on your cell phone. Everybody's already on their cell phone. And to be letting the world know that, hey, this is an opportunity that can change your life. So when I think about this crisis and I think about people financially that they can't technically afford this business at a time like this, which we all know that we have ways to pre-sell samples and they've made it easier than ever. Plus you get 10 instead of used to it with 7 of the sample packs. So they can even sell them cheaper. That's pretty much what that was for, is that if you want to sell them for $10 a pack and you get 10 of them, you can. So it's up to you on what you want to sell them for. But I think about with myself and in my life, and whenever I joined this business in 2016, that honestly, financially, this crisis that's going on with the world, financially, no, like it was a crisis we had a personal financial crisis. So every single person in 2016, whenever I joined this business, was not going through something, wasn't flat broke. It's the exact same thing with my business right now. Not every single person that's going through this right now. I mean, I know of nurses that are making more than they've ever made. They're getting major overtime. They're working like crazy and they're putting themselves on the front lines. But at the same time, like they're not financially, they're not going through a crisis. So you got to think about not every single person right now financially is feeling it. A lot of people are still getting their paychecks. There are, there's school teachers that they're having to change things up, but they're still being paid from the schools. So you've got to think about in that way that not every single person is going through a financial crisis, but some people are. They're flat broke and they're thinking like, I don't know how I'm getting paid tomorrow, and they can't afford to join your business. But I think about with myself, and I just wanted to tell some of you guys my story so that you realize that there are just because it looks like the world is going through a crisis right now, whenever someone joins your business at any time, if you were going through a financial crisis, it didn't matter what was going on with the world, you still couldn't afford it, right? So with myself, when I joined this business, I was going to have to go back to work. I had a 6-month-old at the time and a 3-year-old. Well, starting with our business, starting with our business, my girls are coming down the stairs, but you can see them in the reflection. Thankfully, they are dressed. So starting with my business in 2015, we really had kind of hit rock bottom. So we were actually, girls, you need to decide which way you're going, up or down. Okay, go ahead and go upstairs, and then you can bring it down in a minute.
I'll read more to me.
Okay, go upstairs. Okay.
I'll read more to me.
So whenever this happened in 2016, I honestly could not afford this business whatsoever. Like $99 was something that we did not have extra. That was just not on hand. It wasn't going to happen. And my husband was not supportive of this business. He felt like he did not want me to go back to work, but at the same time, he knew we had no money to waste. And so he didn't want me to join this business and waste money. So I sold my kids' used clothes on Instagram to make money to be able to join this business. So if you want to change your life, you can. It just depends on how bad you want it. Whenever people tell me they can't afford this business, I immediately tell them that's an excuse. Like, you afford what you want to afford. If they told you that they were coming to shut your lights off tomorrow, you find a way, you sell things, you do the things. I know, been there, done that. Like, everybody finds a way to keep what they know they need. When you realize the need for this business, you will do those things. But the problem and the issue with this is not everyone realizes that it's needed, except for you have to let them know. So with myself, I did not know that I could make any money with this. I had no social media. I had an Instagram account, but I started a new one for this business. I did not have Facebook at the time. I didn't have anybody that was technically on board with me. You guys, I just had a hunger inside. Like, I was starving for this, and it did not matter. I didn't care that my husband was on board. He asked me if I wanted his opinion of this business, and I told him no. I was doing it anyways. Like, I was crying out and praying and begging God for a difference in our finances. And whenever I was handed this, I was too hungry to be picky. Have you guys ever been so hungry to the point that you're like, people suggest something, you're like, I don't care where we go eat, I'm just starving. Like, it doesn't matter at this point. Or if you're not really, truly that hungry and they suggest something, that doesn't sound good. That doesn't sound that great. That, like, you have more of an opinion. Something doesn't sound that good and you kind of turn it away. But when you're starving and you're super hungry, you don't care. I'll be like, I don't care what I have to eat right now. I'll eat it anyways. So that's kind of how I was with this business. Whenever I got this business opportunity, whenever it was handed to me, whenever it was shown, I was like, I'm so hungry for something different that I don't care that it's not traditional. I didn't want traditional business, you guys. I did not want to leave my kids. Right now, our entire country is shut down and people can't go to work. They're being told they cannot go to work. There are people that their hours are being cut. Some people their hours are being cut, but they're not being technically let go all the way. So at the same time, they still can't go and get unemployment or anything to help. Laid off. If you get laid off and you go get unemployment, most people are already working paycheck to paycheck. So when you're working paycheck to paycheck already, and then you're sitting there and you are only going to get 40, 50, 60% of what you were being paid, it's not enough to make ends meet. Am I right? It's not going to make it work out. So if that's the case, you guys, so many people right now, even you guys that are on here, something's going on. You have things that your hours are cut, you're laid off, things you cannot help. But you have this business opportunity to work harder than ever. Our sales are up. People are buying products. People that still want these products, they're still buying products. Not everybody is in a financial burden where they can't afford the products. So get that out of your head. People are still wanting things for immunity. This 2 for $49 deal, it's a killer deal. And people want what you have to offer. People still want to lose weight. I'm selling TFX like crazy. I'm still signing customers. Look at Savannah. If you're wondering if people are signing up, Savannah is signing customers like insane amounts of customers. But do you know why? is because she's hungry. She wants the next promotion. She is starving for a huge bonus. And guess what? She's going to get it. I'm watching her numbers, and there's no doubt she's going to get it. It's the same exact thing, you guys. Do not waste a crisis. This is a crisis, but this is an opportunity for you to go out and help someone else and change the fortune of your family. Some of you guys were laid off right now, or your hours were cut, and it seems like it's a detriment. You're like, oh my goodness, what in the world am I going to do? But you have this opportunity in your hands that you can work. And whenever they offer you your job back, or whenever they offer you more hours, you don't have to take it. It can be, I'm sorry, but I don't need it anymore. That income that felt like there was no way possible that I could lose at the time, I don't have to have that income anymore, because I started working my work from home business from my cell phone. And now I'm able to have more choices, and the choices of if I want to go back to that job or those hours or not. So I want to tell you guys, do not waste a crisis. This is a huge crisis around the world, but this is a huge opportunity. Things that you can be doing. If you're not in the accountability chat, I highly suggest getting in the accountability chat. For one, being held accountable and somebody standing over you saying, you know, are you going to get those host posts done? Are you going to get those messages done today? Honestly, my husband was gone. I'm homeschooling 2 kids, and I have an 18-month-old. I did not have time to get every single thing done today for my business that I wanted to. I talked to a new distributor for over an hour, and we got her some stuff going on. Like I worked, I did the things, but I have not been able to actually sit down and do my host to post and do my messaging. So guess what? I still have until midnight to turn my tracker in, and I am getting it all done. It will be done before I go to bed tonight, because I can't go to bed without having that turned in. So if you do not know what you need to be doing every single day to work your business and to make money, you need to be in that accountability chat, and you definitely need to be doing the tracker system. You need to be adding friends to Instagram, adding friends to Facebook. That's growing your network, and that should be done every single day. If you get up 10 host to post every single day, you are going to get customers and distributors. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And if you're sending 50 to 100 messages a day, you are going to get customers and distributors. There are no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If you're not signing people, you are not doing the tracker system, because I'm telling you right now, the tracker system works. If you do it for 30 days, it will completely change your business. So I'm telling you guys, do not look at this, what's going on around you. There's so many ways to look at what's going on in the world around us and have fear. I mean, that's what the news wants you to have. They're winning if you are full of fear. But instead, look at this as this isn't a crisis. This is an opportunity. The crisis around me is actually just a huge opportunity for me to be able to show every other person that working from home. You guys, I have people asking me about my at-home business that never would have asked me about my at-home business, except for the fact that they've been laid off work and there's nowhere else to go in and apply. You absolutely cannot go and apply for a job right now. No one is going to hire you. It's impossible. You can't get hired right now. So people are laying people off. They're not hiring people. Besides the fact you can't go in and apply for the job. So I'm telling you guys, instead of looking at, well, this, like everybody's broke, that is the biggest lie in the world. Everybody is not broke, you guys. Everybody needs this opportunity. Instead of saying if everybody's broke, you should have more distributors signing up than you've ever had in your life, because that means everybody needs your opportunity. So you should be telling every person about your opportunity. I feel extremely sorry for people that clean houses, like anything that you have to social distance and they're not being able to go into work anymore. I know of housekeepers that they're like, they're like, I can't have you come in my house right now. I know. And even like me with my housekeeper, she won't come. She's scared to death. But I think she's too scared to come and to get like shut down. She's like, I can't come. And which honestly, she's got several kids and she's married, and she's like, what if she carried something into my house? She's right. She shouldn't go anywhere. She's been told to shut down, to not go in. But I know of so many people that own salons. You guys, this is an opportunity for them to be able to work from home. And then whenever they get their salons back up and going, to be able to implement hair, skin, and nails, the skincare line, the lash serum, all the things. If you know of these people, you should be calling them left and right, because this is an opportunity for them to be able to change their life and work from home and make a paycheck at the same time. Our team has grown. We did more sales last month than we have done so far this year. And it was in a very hard month, what normally would be considered a hard month. I mean, I'll be honest, my mind was gone. We were sitting home our kids. Oh, Jesus. We were sitting home our kids and told to homeschool. And I am not teacher quality material, none of the above. Like, it's not a dream of mine whatsoever. And we're just like thrown everything. And then besides all of this, and on top of all that, we moved, and we had like so much going on last month, so much that could just take your focus and take your attention. And our business grew. We closed out the month higher than we have closed out any month this year. We closed out this month very strong. And I sit back and I think about, in a time where some people are losing their jobs, businesses are being cut, people are seeing less, we're seeing more. Why is that? Why are we having an opportunity that's more? Why are our businesses growing? Because this crisis has opened a door of opportunity for you. Some of you are going to walk through the door of opportunity, and you're going to sign more loyal customers, and you are going to sign more distributors than you've ever signed in your life. You're going to sign people onto your team that already have owned businesses. They know what it's like to own businesses, that are hustlers. They're go-getters, but they normally would have never joined your team because they already had something else going to the side, and then now they can't. You're going to have people join you that you never would have had join. If you guys will realize, Stephanie and Joel Dunn joined our business in the 2008-2009 market crash. Why? They owned real estate and they owned a gym. Both of those things went. Whenever the 2008-2009 market crashed, all their things went down, and they went from having a decent life and a decent income to standing in food lines, waiting for food at churches. Now they make well over $100,000. I would say closer to $200,000 or $300,000 a month with this business. And you look back and think, why? How in the world are they doing that? It's because when they started this business, it wasn't that they weren't hard workers before, and that's why they were standing in food lines. It's because a crisis happened, and then someone else turned around and presented an opportunity in the midst of crisis, in the midst of something that was negative for them. Someone handed them an opportunity, and they both said they saw dollar signs. They saw that, whoa, we can do this from our cell phones right now. We don't have to own a building. We don't have to go and buy product. We don't have to do anything. We just do $99 and get a business builder kit and start selling right this second from our cell phones. Why in the world would we not? No brainer. Who wouldn't want to do that? You guys, it's the same thing with your business. Right now, there is somebody out there that's a go-getter, that's a hard worker, that's an incredible person, that is praying to God that they will be able to afford their electricity bill whenever it comes due next month or this month. There are people that they said, I heard on the radio, so many people were being interviewed, and people were saying, I can afford my rent one more month, but after that, I don't know how I'm going to pay rent. Guess what? Rent's still due. So I'm telling you guys, it's not that they don't want to pay rent. It's not that they don't want to work. It's that the opportunity has been jerked out from underneath them. But you have an opportunity to turn around and tell them, hey, I have an opportunity to work from home. Would you want to know more information about it? I have an opportunity to make money. There's things that you can post by saying, you know, I'm still going. I had big goals this year, big dreams for 2020, and I'm still being able to go debt free. If you had the same goals as me or want to know what I'm doing for extra cash during this time, message me. Let me know. Drop an emoji. Getting host to post out there for this opportunity. You guys, you have something in your hands that can absolutely change the world around you. But some of you you just don't want to share it. You just, you're like, well, it can change your life completely. We went from not having $99 to join this business. I was having to sell my kids' used clothes to be able to pay to join this business. To in the midst of all this stuff, we moved into the biggest house that we've ever owned. And it's because of this business opportunity. But if I would have never taken a chance, my financial crisis at the time was huge to me. We didn't have the money. When you don't have the money, you don't have the money. It doesn't technically matter what's going on around you. Right now, it just so happens that a lot of people are losing their jobs and a lot of people need your opportunity. At the time that it happened with me, there was me and Matt and, but I actually started finding out from people around me. A lot of people live paycheck to paycheck. You would be surprised at the person that you feel like does well and doesn't need this opportunity that actually is dying inside for something like this. But they may be too afraid to ask you, or they may feel like they can't do it and they don't have the confidence to do it. But you letting them know and you posting and you going live or you sharing in your stories, hey, I have an opportunity to join this company for you to join my business. And they have an opportunity to join right now for zero startup cost. Why in the world would somebody not try? Why would they not try? You need to be sharing your opportunity everywhere. Do not waste this crisis. Some people are going to sign their Joel and Stephanie Dunn, and they're going to go to the top of the company. And in a couple of years, they're going to be saying, remember in 2020 or 2020, whenever everybody was, sent home from work, I started signing up all these waiters and waitresses and salon owners and real estate people and all these people that were let go from their jobs and hours were cut. I started signing them up with my business because it's an opportunity to work from their cell phone, and it changed their life and it changed my life in the middle of it. And some people are going to say, well, no one's got the money. No one can do it right now. And they're not going to share the opportunity. They're not going to ask. They're not going to tell. And they're not going to grow their business, and they're eventually going to quit. It's up to you what person that you're going to be during this time. You guys, you have to share. You have got to let people know. I've messaged more people that I have been doing more follow-ups than ever. Why? Because people that tell me no before are needing this now. I talked to a girl today. I had signed her up over a month ago and she hadn't been really responding to me. And then all of a sudden this past week, she's messaging me and she's like, hey, I didn't have a chance to get started back then. But now I need this more than ever. Can you please tell me how to make some money? It's super simple. Grow your network. Follow people on Instagram and friend people on Facebook. Do host a post, which we teach you guys how to do, and message and ask people. You have got to be asking. Do not assume that no one wants to join you. Assume everyone wants to join you. They just haven't been asked the opportunity yet, and you ask them. Some people are looking at this like it's a crisis, and it is. But it's also, there is opportunity in the midst of the crisis, and it's with your business. Starbucks are closed all over the place, and we have skinny coffee. You should be selling samples more than ever. People still have their $5 for Starbucks. Starbucks just isn't open yet. And you can get them hooked on your coffee. It's cheaper. You can sell them your samples for $5. Sell them your samples for $4. Sell your samples for whatever you want. But you can sell samples and make money and get that cash and load your PayPal up and say, look, I'm making money by selling samples. Starbucks isn't open, but I am. Who wants coffee that actually makes you skinny and has nootropics in it and helps your brain? Like, who doesn't want that? Our skinny brew mixed with like some skinny syrups, and then I add fat-free whipped cream on top. It is so stinking amazing. Tammy Simmons, she's selling all your samples. So she's making money during this time. And if you're not, then it's your fault. And she's going to find your people and she's going to sell them their sample, believe me, because she's selling like crazy. But you know why Tammy's selling so many samples? She just told you she's a housekeeper. This crisis is affecting her family, except for this opportunity that she has. She's turned around and made it to where this opportunity during this time, she's able to make an income. Whereas normally she wouldn't be. I'm telling you guys, this is a time, you should be seeing in your head, you should be screaming opportunity, opportunity, opportunity. Whenever you see everybody around you, and I have had people say, well, everybody's broke right now. Then everybody needs what you have to offer. Everybody has something in their garage that they can sell. And it doesn't matter at this point in time, all they need to do is sell skinny samples. If they can sell skinny coffee, they can join you for free. We have a message on the team page that says how to sell the coffee before they get it in their sample kit, and they're getting 10. If they turn around and sell them for $20, they're going to make $200, and that only costs $99 to join. So look at this as opportunity. Never waste an opportunity to give someone something that can completely change their life. It can change the way that they live, and it's not just the way that they live. They can change the way that you live. So make sure that you guys are asking, and asking. Right now with the 2 for $49 deal, we've just got so many deals going on. But I want you guys to realize whenever I joined this business, I did not have the money to join. It didn't matter, like I said, that everybody around me in 2016 wasn't flat broke. I was flat broke. That's what mattered, is that I didn't have the money to join. But I looked at this opportunity and I thought, if I don't do something different, nothing different's going to happen. And it's the same thing now. You need to be telling people, if you don't do anything different, what's going to change? People are hungry for something to do. They're hungry for something different. You should be following up with everybody that's told you no. Hey girl, right now, this opportunity, more people want my opportunity than ever. What if I give you the opportunity to join for free? Does that interest you? When they say yes, send them the messages. They're all on the team page. I can tag it after this is over with. But I just want you guys to realize and to change your mindset and to make sure that you're looking at the fact that this is an opportunity to change more lives than you've ever been able to change. And some of you guys are going to take advantage of that. And some of you are going to sit around sulking and saying nobody has money. And somebody else is going to sit around and say, oh my gosh, nobody's got money right now. This is perfect. No one's going to work right now. This is exactly what everybody needs, is the opportunity to work from their cell phone. Our business is booming. And it's because we have an opportunity to work from our cell phone. Someone told me, they're like, I can't go into work anymore. I'm like, it's so crazy because no one can tell me that I can't go into work. Like, I work from my phone. So make sure that you guys are getting the word out there and that you're telling everyone, and change your mindset. Let your mindset be known. And another thing is that I always pray over you guys in the morning on the 9 o'clock Zoom. You would know this, but I pray this over every single one of you. But in the word of the Lord, I'm going to leave you guys with this, but in the word of the Lord, it says, so this is the deal. What I love about this business and what I love about things like this is this isn't my opinion. Like, it's no one's opinion. It's no one's message. It's no one's anything that's working. It is in the Bible. So it's the truth and it works. And it is, whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. And if you are sowing bountifully, you are going to reap bountifully. And if you sow sparingly, you're going to reap sparingly. This is not opinion. This is not anybody's wondering. This is not anybody's amazing message. This is the word of the Lord. If you sow bountifully, you will reap bountifully. Sowing is asking, letting people know about your opportunity. Posting is sowing. Asking is sowing. Messaging is sowing. Those are things, sowing those seeds, sending out a text message, sending out the lives. Those are sowing the seeds. And I do not care how many seeds you have to sow. I can tell you this, if you sow bountifully, you will reap bountifully. I do not know if your harvest is coming tomorrow and you're going to reap and you send 200 messages and you're going to sign people up, or if you send 200 messages every single day for 2 weeks and then you sign somebody up. But I can tell you this much. If you sow bountifully, you are going to reap. So you do not have to worry. You do not have to be afraid. You do not have to be scared. You just tell God. And this is what I do all the time. I say, God, I'm taking you at your word. I'm sending these messages out and I am taking you at your word that I am sowing. And I pray this too, Lord, let my seeds fall on fertile ground. Show me who needs this opportunity. That's the fertile ground. When someone needs this opportunity and I message them and I say, hey, do you want to know more about my opportunity? And they message me back and say, yeah, actually, what is it? That's fertile ground. They need this. They're willing to listen. Sow the seeds, because if you sow bountifully, you're going to reap bountifully. But the part about the scripture that no one likes is that if in there. If you sow sparingly, you're reaping sparingly. Don't forget about that part. So whenever you're too nervous to post, or you don't want a message, or you hold back and you don't send it, and you don't get those hosts to post up, and you're like, I don't know, I don't really want to grow my network. I don't want to do the things that Jamie's telling me that I should do every single day. That's sowing sparingly. And it's okay that you sow sparingly. Just remember, when harvest time comes and everybody's saying, oh my goodness, I sold a sample and I signed a customer and I signed a distributor, and your messages and saying, how? I hadn't signed anybody. And we're looking and like, you're sowing sparingly. Like, you're not putting those posts out there. You're not messaging. You're not doing the things. So let yourself know, I am going to sow bountifully. It does not say every single seed's going to come up. It does not say that, what you're going to have to do for whatever amount of time. But I can promise you this. You can take the Lord at his word. He is faithful. He is just, and he is going to give you what you sow. And if you know that you are waking up early, or you're going to bed late, and you're getting up, and sometimes, you know what, I get up and I do these morning Zooms, and I tell Matt, I'm like, I feel like I've been doing these and doing this and this and, this and this. And I'm like, but you know what? I just always say, but I'm taking him at his word and I'm sowing bountifully. And so when the harvest comes, it's going to be bountiful. When it's time to reap, I'm really going to reap. And it always happens. It always comes, and you will always reap however you sowed. So I love you guys. I hope so much that this was an encouragement to let you know, do not waste a crisis. This crisis is an opportunity. You have something to hand every single person that's on your timeline, every single person that you know that's out of work, every single person that's not getting paid. You guys, so many people there are waiters and waitresses and salon owners, and there's so many people I can tell you guys about that I can just think off the top of my head that do not have a job right now. And you're wasting an opportunity by not telling them, reaching out, letting them know, hey, you know, is this something that you might would want to try while you're out of work? Is this something that you might would want to try for a month? Would you just want to try to pre-sell some samples? If it doesn't work out, it's okay. I can take the money from them and I can send them my samples. If you don't sell them all and you don't want to join the business, it's okay. Like pre-sell some. If you pre-sell some and you decide you don't want to, it's fine. I'll sell them. And there you go. You're at least selling samples. You're not wasting your time. So I'm telling you guys, this is an opportunity. Do not waste it. Take this time and this opportunity. If we've ever had the opportunity to sow bountifully, it's now. The time is now. You guys, everybody that you're throwing seeds out, you've got more fertile ground right now than you've ever had in this business. You've got more people that are willing to soak up a seed now than you've ever had in this business. Do not waste the opportunity. Make sure that you are sowing on fertile ground and you're sowing bountifully every single day. Just throw it out there because it's going to come back. How you sow is you're going to reap. And I pray over every single one of you guys that you are going to reap bountifully. You can take the Lord at his word and just sow the seeds. I love you guys. I hope y'all have a fabulous Monday night. Thank you so much for hopping on here. I'll get the recording up. I love you guys, and go sow some seeds. Go sow bountifully. You can take him at his word. It's going to come back. You don't have to worry about it. Just sow the seeds. Throw it everywhere. Ask everybody. Go and post everywhere that you can. Go live. Be excited. Text message people and let them know that, hey, I am sowing bountifully. I am going to reap a great big harvest in Jesus' name. I love you guys. Have a good night.